What have I become?
What kind of crystalline beast?
What am I?
Are we on mic?
We are now, yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hi guys.
Hey everybody.
Morning. Happy Friday.
Friday.
Happy Friday.
Gotta get on Doig and to stream on Friday.
Get crunk on Friday.
No crunk.
Get crunk.
No crunk.
How's everybody doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, I missed it. 2.5% per, not percent. I'm used to smash. 2.5 times.
2.5 Doigle cents.
What does that mean?
I was trying to make your own version of percent.
Oh, I get it.
How's it going? Alex says it's 12:30 a.m. on a Friday. Can I get crunk yet? Yes, you can. Get crunk early. Do it right now.
No, that's irresponsible. Don't
Get
listen.
crunk.
Unless crunk is something different.
What do you think crunk is?
Drunk.
That's not what I'm... No, crunk isn't drunk.
Oh, okay. What are you talking about then?
I don't know. I kind of see it as like get funky and swole at the same time. Find a way.
You may as well just say get Kevin if those are the ingredients.
Yeah, get K7 Vin.
Get K7 Vin.
K7 Vin. Should I just call him that from now on?
No, K7.
K7.
Yeah.
That's good. I am again this morning with the no hands free. I'm not going to be able to puppet myself. So please excuse my form just floating around by itself. But I need to have my hands. Both of them are needed right now for doing some storyboard. But I'm happy to be here and chat.
I could just wave you around.
That's fine. You see, you puppet me like a puppet. It's perfect. Hi, Inoki. Hello. Good morning. What time is breakfast for us, Sola? Well, right now it's 8:30. Our dream is to be able to start the stream at 7:30, which is what we tell everyone the stream is at.
It's 7:30 somewhere.
Yeah.
Actually,
breakfast for us is like 9.
I don't know if it's
like 9 to 10 ish.
Do you reckon there's who's on the time zone that would be -1 our time zone?
-1 to our time zone.
Yeah.
Like Hawaii? No.
I'm just gonna let that one sit for a minute.
Yeah. No. I'm thinking that's -1 to California's time zone. This is what you get for working on US projects too much. Is it becomes your actual time zone.
Do you think Barry would mind if you flat out stole the red ball idea? I know I can throw bombs, but I like the idea of just pasting Doig right in the face in the middle of him saying something insightful.
Yeah. No, I like that idea too. I think that that's a Barry thing. I think that if we were going to do something like that, we'd want to put some Doig Swift stank on it, you know? We'd want to make it feel like different and unique enough. I think it's perfect for Barry. I think for us, we'd want to do something slightly different. I do think it's a genius idea, though. I think Barry has a huge brain.
Barry does have a huge brain.
It was absolutely hilarious pelting him with those balls on stream.
What if we just made it bits?
So when people fire bits, they just fire directly into your face?
Yeah, but it would kind of go against the mechanic of collecting them.
It would.
The little jelly cat in the back, it's Bryce.
But I'm sure we can figure something out.
Oh.
A homing bird rocket. Make the chromels hit us in the face. Oh no, then we get so many. No, we can't do that. That's a really bad idea. We'd get so many. But we'll figure something out. Don't worry, we'll figure something out to let you guys
say we
hit us
would
in the
get
face.
so many, but I kind of liked what Barry was doing, where it was like, you get one. Get one.
Yeah. I like that too, it's just because he had like 1,000 viewers or something.
Desk ham. You want to
What?
throw desk ham at my face? Yeah, I was bringing the Bryce raid cat over, and someone bombed it. I mean, I've already got a ball.
I'm sorry?
I've already got balls.
Are you talking about... What are you talking about?
I've already got balls.
Can we throw them?
We can put them in a pit.
Oh, that's true. We do have the ball pit.
Yeah. So technically, balls were a Doig Swift staple.
What about if you have a fill the ball pit redeem, and if the ball pit isn't on screen, it just unleashes like 20 coloured balls at us? Since we have the coloured balls anyway.
Yeah.
Guess what, guys?
But
One day more.
one day more.
Another day, another destiny.
Another destiny.
A game for those who seek to find a way to leave their world behind, Jumanji. I'm on my last day.
It's Les Miserangi.
Les Jumanji. Last day, guys. It's my final day. My final day on this project. We're the sound of both sadness and excitement.
You're overhead buying a bookcase right now.
Last day magic. The final push. My last day on Transformers today, guys. Or at least, currently, the last day for me on Transformers. Gonna have a little wee hiatus. A wee little hiatus. But yeah, this is my deadline day. It's the deadline day. One more day, gotta push this stuff out, try and make it as awesome as possible. And then tomorrow, it's just rest. Just rest. All this business that's been happening in the past 2 or 3 weeks, guys, it's all culminated into this final day.
Just trying to stay on screen.
I'm gonna relax. We're gonna probably stream some games at some point next week.
What game are we wanting to stream?
Oh, we've got so many we could choose from.
We got so many.
We've got Heartbound. We've got Little Nightmares. We've got It Takes Two. We've got potentially like something like Elden Ring or what's that samurai one? That was by Rockstar Games.
Samurai. Are you talking about Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah.
Is
that not Rockstar?
It's not Rockstar.
Sorry, I think I was comparing it because of the other open world games they do. You know, see you later, alligator.
I've already completed Sekiro. Not all the endings, but some of them.
There's Lisa. I really want to play Lisa.
What's Lisa? Is that not the psychological horror thing?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's like an RPG, but it's meant to be really good. It's meant to be pretty dark as well, but it's meant to be really good.
Which one of us broke gravity? I don't know. I'll fix it. Up. Fixed it. Oh, I'm like one of those ladies in learning. Got a book on my head.
Oh, Kozak says Breath of the Wild. Yes, Breath of the Wild.
No, I have no grace.
Time Boy.
Aw.
Can continue the adventure of Time Boy. I can finally see what the huge, like,
Fuss
camel
is
beast
about?
in the desert is. I'm gonna have to, like, learn to play that game again, so you guys are gonna have to deal with me blowing myself up again.
I have no grace.
Oh, Aurora's Forest says, happy last
Thank you.
project day. You got this. Hope you get some well-deserved rest after this. Also, when you stream games, it's out on different times for it during the morning. It'll be different times. So, we'll continue doing the morning streams like we have been. But then, now that we have our own apartment, guys, we are pretty much free to stream anytime that we are both free. Like, we don't have to worry about disturbing our flatmate anymore. We just live in just us.
We simply don't have one.
We simply don't have one. So
Pilkey's it.
it should be more accessible to
It's gone.
should be more accessible to people in the US.
Pilkey said they didn't have enough for a good luck money hole, but have a good luck
Aw.
crow mail.
Oh, thank you, Pilkey. That's really sweet. Thanks so much.
And Aurora's Forest says, "You got this." They
I just read this one.
Hope you get it.
I just
Hope-
read this
hope
one,
you
I
get-
think.
Hope.
Sorry, Doig, go ahead. Sorry. I don't mean to keep talking over you. Please go.
I just got booped by an orange.
You look like you're bouncing it.
I'm training for the NBA. Let's go. Jump shot.
Trick shot. Yeah, what do you think I should do with all that time? I'm going to watch Our Flag Means Death with you. I'm excited about that.
I'm dribbling. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to you.
Oh,
I
I'm
think-
asking you questions and trying to have a conversation with you. And
I
you're
think we should
ignoring
play
me.
some Sonic.
Which Sonic? We should play Sonic Forces.
Sonic.
And make our OC.
Do they have bears?
I don't know.
Terrible game.
You don't even know if they do. They might.
If they did, you would know, right?
I don't
Because you know everything about Sonic.
No, I don't know anything about Sonic Forces.
You don't know anything about it.
Wow, that's not
I
true.
heard you just push up to win.
Well, I mean, that is true in a section. Yeah.
Let's press up to win. I'm pondering my orange.
One of the things I like most about my boss, JJ.
What's what?
One of the things I like most about my boss, JJ,
Your boss JJ.
is that
Your senpai.
my senpai, is that we can have a conversation. We can start to have a meeting about the work. You know, I can have a story check-in with him so that he can give me awesome feedback. But then we can end the meeting by talking about how cool Metal Sonic is.
Yeah. Is he a big Sonic fan also?
Yeah. I don't think
that's
he's like
cool.
he's not like huge Sonic fan, like it's his thing, but he's definitely a fan. I think he's a fan of a lot of 90s animated shows.
Okay.
'Cause I
JJ's
think he
cool.
also grew up on them.
Yeah. That's for those of you that don't know JJ. That's JJ Conway.
For those of you who don't know JJ Conway, you need to go and look at his work and find out about him. Awesome. He was one of two heads of story on the Rise movie, and he also directed some of the storyboard episodes on Rise of the TMNT. He's worked on a bunch of stuff. He worked on TMNT 12 as well, 2012.
And Batman and TMNT.
And Batman versus TMNT. I think he's rad. Having fun watching the Orange.
Yeah. So I made some improvements to the overlay yesterday. I I did. Hopefully this works. So there's a new thing. If one of our mods, I think it only works for mods, I'm not sure. One of our mods wants to shout out a channel, like say someone's rated us or whatever. I've said, look.
If only JJ had a channel we could shout out, then that would be perfect.
Yeah, if JJ could stream and shout out. It's a Kurzak.
It's a Kurzak. Oh, we're raiding Kurzak today as well, aren't we?
No.
Yeah, we are. That's what I heard.
That's what
Kurzak told me.
That's what Kurzak was telling you. Yeah, so now shoutouts, they look at who you shout out and they find their channel icon. How neat is that?
That's really cool, Doig.
Right?
Yeah.
Got that working.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great job.
I was trying to get it working so that if we do, we could try and find like the top clips from a channel. Like if we shout them out, then it would play a clip. Not every time, but I was testing to see if I could get it to work, and I couldn't get it to work yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think in part because Twitch has deprecated V5 stuff, I think. And so some of the stuff is just doesn't work. Just straight up dead.
Oh wow.
So I'm hoping that they release like their new stuff that the new event sub stuff that they've been doing.
New event sub stuff?
Yeah.
What's that?
They've been doing some more stuff for Twitch integration. I think they call it event sub.
Okay.
Subscribing to events. Actually, there's an event sub in the IntelliSense, so maybe I'll have a little look. Good luck money hole from Scrytunes. Scrytunes, who was this for? Also, big thank you for I think it was Sasama who gave us some bits this morning. Thank you very much.
Sasama, thank you so much.
Stamp on Kurzak.
No.
Yeah. Get it. Kurzak's been playing through Elden.
Thank you.
Kurzak's been playing through Elden Ring.
Palbro sent in a sub. Thank
Yo,
you,
Palbro, thank you. Let me go find it. The room is so it's so untidy feeling when the gravity's off. On.
Sorry, what were you saying about Kurzak playing Elden Ring?
Just simply that she's been doing that.
I feel like we're out of sync today. I think it's me.
Yeah, it's alright.
Sorry. We're usually like so in sync. I feel like it's probably tiredness. But I'm just offbeat with you a little bit today. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Talking over you.
Hopefully it's still appealing.
Well, I mean, you're there and you're cute.
I can be pretty adorable.
Yeah, you can.
When I don't mean to be and when I mean to be. What else improvements have I made? I was doing a little bit of bug fixing. Oh, Swifty should be able to start dancing and then cancel out of it.
Oh, that's rad. Cancel dance.
Do you want to try that?
No, not right now. I'm sorry, but I've got both my hands. I have to stop what I'm doing and grab the controller. No, I know you're not. I can't even see what's happening. No, I don't really need to, but it is nice to be able to as well. I like how you turned your screen around and there's still nothing on it.
Oh.
So I'm having a great time looking at your Wacom settings. Thanks.
Wait for it.
There we are, I can see now. Well, why is it so fast?
Kurzak jig.
Why is it so fast, Doig? What did you do?
Kurzak jig.
Oh my gosh. Hello.
Yeah, look, you can cancel out now.
That's rad. Thank you very much for letting me. Can you make it normal speed again, though? I don't want it to be that fast.
No.
Okay. Come on.
No.
Oh.
Dance bird.
Oh. These legs was made for dancing, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these legs is gonna jig upon you.
Oh, long leggies, please. Okay.
Long leggies, please.
There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, I know I asked you this before, Doig, but I don't know if you quite answered. What would you like to stream next week? What would you like to do?
I would like to stream Psychonauts.
Psychonauts. That would be rad. I'd love to play that with you.
Not the second one.
Not the second, but
the first one. So that we can go through the whole experience together.
Are you gonna play it? I think you should play it.
That me playing both of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
And I can be with you on the experience. I can just sit there with some ice cream and be like,
Second one after.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, let's do that then. There's actually it's funny, like I know that you have a part in a story, and I think you'll be interested in one of the levels in Psychonauts.
Oh yeah, how come?
Because there's similar ideas.
To what?
Well, I can't tell you now.
I think I know what the similar ideas you're referring to will be from.
Really?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Your response made me unsure.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I just don't know how much you know about Psychonauts, okay? So I don't know what you know.
I know the premise.
Mm-hmm.
I played the first level.
Yeah.
So I know like what the deal is.
Yeah.
I played the one with like the general.
Yeah. Kurzik asked me this morning, like, how much sleep did you get? And I found the perfect gift of it is like someone with maths going across the screen of like 2 + 2 = 5. It's like the perfect thing because I think I got about 4 to 5 hours of sleep, but I don't know.
My goodness.
I had a cool dream, I think.
Oh yeah? What did you dream?
I'm thinking. It's like on the cusp of my brain. No, it's gone. But I woke up feeling like that was cool.
Oh, that's rad.
Yeah, the last couple of mornings I've been waking up just like I was dreaming, and then I wake up, so I'm like, whoa, the dream was just there.
The last couple of days I've been sleeping better, which is weird.
You've been sleeping better?
Yeah. Good? It's just odd because only earlier this week I was telling everyone about the curse of deadline, which is that on deadline week I find it super hard to sleep because I've got a lot of adrenaline constantly about the fact that it's the deadline.
I have a theory about this.
Yeah?
Because you've been going to bed at 2 a.m.
I see. Maybe. I have another theory.
What?
It's probably a combination of a bunch of things. That's not the theory.
Like, oh no, I can't sleep because of all this adrenaline at like 11 p.m. I guess I'll just have to like stay awake until I finally fall asleep at 2 a.m. And now you're just like, you work through that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that I caught you with that realization. Like, you're like, oh, I wonder what his theory is. And then I just stated fucking facts at you, and you're like, oh, that is
what happened.
That is what happened. I tried to say that you should go to bed earlier yesterday, and you were like, no, because if I go to bed, then I'll have to wake up with these things not having been done. And I was like, oh, all right. And then I stayed up an extra hour.
Yeah.
Just tinkering with this world.
I think a big reason, though, is also that I stopped using the iPad before bed. I haven't been listening to anything anymore to try and send myself to sleep.
Well, what do you know?
Normally I do that as like a sleep aid to help me sleep.
What gave you that idea?
Well, I knew I shouldn't be anyway to begin with. You also told me I shouldn't.
Did.
But yeah.
Pointedly.
Yeah. Like I knew I shouldn't anyway, but sometimes when I can't sleep, it actually helps me to have voices on. But I think I got too used to it.
Now you're just listening to it.
Yeah, now it doesn't, this week at least, it's been helpful for me not to have that. Willa says you guys get 3 out of 10 in sleep management.
Oh, no.
We'll do better, I promise. After today, my brain will be cruising, but I'm gonna sit on my butt.
Oh, I remembered something I did. You know how usually when we stand on the table, all this stuff stays on it?
Yeah.
I made it so that we can knock the shit off.
Like cats.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a great idea.
Running. I think only the grabbables stay in place. Grabbables stay in place.
Yeah, what is your excuse for no sleep, Doig? I got deadlines. What's your excuse?
Tinkering.
I thought you said Stinkerman. I was like, who's Stinkerman?
It's me, Stinkerman.
Oh, don't hit her.
Don't hit me.
Got you.
They've been laughing since I can remember, but they're not gonna laugh anymore.
Oh yeah, I also I did. Does this work? Yeah. So it's a placeholder for now. I don't know if you saw that, but the raid cannon is gonna fire like fireworks looking stuff. It's the old thing that I made for the boss battle. But now when a raid is happening, the raid cannon will fire bombs, but then when the raid is over, but the raid cannon still has ammo, it'll just fire little firework stuff. The big plus of this is that those things are silent. So now it won't just be like, hey, welcome in everybody, welcome in. That'll be, hey, welcome in everybody. And then there'll be nothing.
Nothing. The silence.
Yeah. So you don't feel like your points were not all right. Yeah, you could fire fireworks now.
What? Wait, why are the subs being fired into the air, Doig?
I said it's a placeholder.
Oh.
For now, it's just the effect. Like I'm gonna make a proper one, but I was just making the functionality first. Function first, aesthetic second.
It's a good idea.
So yeah, what else did I do?
You made something kind of special for Deadline Day. It's a 5-page comic. Are you ready for such a thing? Oh, for my Deadline Day? For your Deadline Day? I mean, I'm ready for a comic either way.
Yeah, we're
For my Deadline Day?
for Swifty's Deadline Day.
That's so sweet though. You made something for my deadline day.
That's cool. Thank you.
That's so nice. My goodness, thank you. Oh, here goes. 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5. Oh wow. Okay. What's the best way to view these, Doig? Should we look at them on stream or like?
Here's one. I think this is page 1.
Is there a way to easily display?
It's on screen now if you want to see it.
I'm gonna click on them individually. Well,
all right.
if I can properly. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm on page 1. Work. Oh, the tea mouse is here. The tea mouse is here. Don't drink that tea. That's a toxic stink mouse. It wants to turn your brain to cheese, then eat it. I didn't notice it was so stinky.
Look,
Oh, there's a little Sonic 2 booby poster in the background.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I love that this is a comic which is like the mental war between Ben's like scary crow males and Ayanoki's positive crow males. Okay, hold on, I gotta get
Okay, next one.
Oh my gosh, fight scene! Scree! T-Mouse, how did you know? It was because of Ben's scary story. I thought you would never trust T again. But then I was ambushed by cybernetic crab wasps. Whoa! They're kind of rad looking. They look like buzz bombers a little bit. That's when I knew Ben's story was a warning.
Oh no!
Look at the mouse all beaten up. No! Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Ben is a hero. Paf! Get broomed. Still stinky, but broomed.
It's me.
Yes, but we must stop the stink mouse. Or a mouse fight.
I don't sound like that. I'm not Carnage.
Doig, use the bigger bumble. That sounds kind of. He's so happy about it.
Bigger bamboo gun.
I
Oh,
know
that's not a
you-
bigger bamboo gun.
This
Oh,
is
no.
delightful. I
I
know.
missed it. Okay, hang on.
Do it fast. I gotta get to the next page.
Okay,
You got the next one?
not yet.
There you go.
Got it.
We did it. Oh, sorry. We did it. T-Mouse, you saved me. Oh, Swift. No more Stinky. I just wanted to serve you tea because you are the best at deadlines. Don't die, T-Mouse. Don't die. He's dead. I can fix this. Oh my gosh. Come on, T-Mouse. You gotta come back. He's got a little plaster and a little head hot water bottle on. That's so cute. I give him the first aid. Oh, T-Mouse plays games with us, eats Jaffa cakes with us, has tea with us. Oh, we're friends forever. That's beautiful.
This is what
What a beautiful story.
Hmm.
I love this so much. Oh my gosh. Ayanoki, thank you. That's incredibly sweet of you. That's incredibly wholesome and just like so nice of you to think to make something for my deadline day. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to having tea and playing games.
I like this. I'm thinking. I like the idea that when someone's been crunching a deadline, like the end of the deadline day is a time to kind of
Celebrate.
celebrate.
Yeah,
with
I like
them.
that too. Like my birthday, except it's a deadline day.
Well, your birthday kind of came and went because you were on deadlines and
I was moving house. Yeah, it was. We still need to celebrate my birthday. We didn't really do anything or mention it because it was it was right in the midst of deadlines, and it was also right in the midst of moving.
Yeah.
But my parents are coming, not this weekend, but the weekend after. So we can all hang out and celebrate a bit then. It'll be cool.
Kind of a bug, but
What do you
kind
want to
of a
do to
feature.
celebrate your birthday? I want to play Sonic games with Mike. That's what I
Yeah.
want to do.
All right, I'm up for that. You let me know what day you want to be your 2022 birthday, and we'll totally celebrate it.
Okay, sure thing. Not going to be any time this weekend. This weekend is just for lounging.
Yeah, this weekend is do nothing weekend.
This weekend is do nothing except potentially see Sonic Movie 2.
Yeah. I really like just running through this now.
Wah!
Fuck you, sandwich. Oh no.
Oh no.
There we go.
Also, Doig was extremely sweet yesterday. He went to the store and he bought me like 3 or 4 days worth of supplies and food and stuff.
Yeah.
Just to like, you don't have to worry about going and grabbing food or anything, India. Like, it's all here. You can just, whenever you need it, just go to the kitchen, grab what you need.
Yeah, I asked India what she wanted for lunch, and she's like, I don't know, I don't have time to think about it. And I was like, alright, I'll go. And then I got her like
He brought me back to the store.
4 or 5 options. Were they all kinds of things that you would want to eat?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so good.
You got it so right.
So good.
Yeah, you are.
I got her some oatcakes and hummus. I got her a falafel salad pasta thing. I got her a Cornish pasty, and I got her a sandwich.
Yep, he got me some veggie crisps as well.
And some veggie crisps.
And some
Basically-
orange juice, which he immediately drank all of.
I did do that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I drank a lot of that yesterday.
I had 1 glass.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone
But I
now.
appreciate it anyway. Oh, geez, I just realised I have tea. Oh my gosh. I
Gone
could have been
now.
drinking it this whole time.
Well, oh no. So what should I work on today? We were doing the rag swift, weren't we? So let's...
Please don't call it that.
Why not?
I don't know. Something about it doesn't sit right with me.
Rag swift.
Call it the boneless chicken bundle.
Boneless chicken bundle.
Mhm.
Alright, cool.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, ragdoll physics. Here's the bird.
Here I am.
You want.
Oh, here I am.
So I was watching Barry's stream, talking about how he turns on his ragdoll, and oh, I got confused. I was looking at the cursor on my right screen through my left capture. Rag is another name for blood moon, so yeah, Jelly Swift might be better. Jelly Swift.
Jelly Swift. I like that. Jelly Bones.
Jelly Bone.
Wasn't Jelly Bones some kind of thing from the 90s? Jelly Bones is weirdly ringing bells with me.
Yes. Topic.
I think it's because it sounds like Skelly Bones. Or was
Jelly
it?
Bones.
No, it's Funny Bones, isn't it? That's what it is. What's that thing like in a dark, dark house, in a dark, dark wood, in a dark, dark forest? You remember that, Mike?
Yes.
2 skeletons come out to play. I loved them. They were great.
Okay. So,
Oh,
got an extra. Got an extra.
we got an extra.
Let's make it a trigger. Okay, so what Barry set up was that outside of his main collider, he had this extra collider, and if one of those balls that was shot at him hits the outside collider, then it turns the ragdoll on, and then the ball proceeds through this one to hit the colliders beyond. So now we need to shoot something at India's face. I guess I have a spawner location from ye old. But we'll just make a new one. So game object, be empty. Alright. No.
Immediately forgot about my tea again.
You forgot.
I forgot. I need to drink it. Can chat shoot toast instead of a ball? Could do. I feel like a ball would be more satisfying because I feel like if we shot toast, I'd want it to stick to us rather than ricochet off. That's definitely an option of something we could add, though. Definitely add some toast shooting.
What have we missed? Base toast trashbot command didn't show something. E-thread. Your face toast trashbot command didn't show on stream. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Okay. Trashbot shooter face toast. Oh, it just says face toast. Gotcha, gotcha. Yo, hello!
Hello! Welcome! Katie Cube Scoops! Wahoo! Thank you so much for the raid!
I'm off.
Go, go, go! It's Bombo time.
It's a bombo time. They turn into fireworks when it's over.
Nice.
Yeah! Look at that.
Great
Woo!
job. Those are fireworks, by the way. Definitely not sub boxes. Definitely not just firing those into the sky.
Yeah.
Scoop Scoops, thank you so much for the raid. How are you? How are you doing? What was your stream? What were you up to?
Welcome in, everybody.
Yeah, welcome everybody. We're Doig and Swift. Doig is the bear. I am the bird.
I'm the bird.
Normally, I'm a little bit more present, but I'm currently crunching on some stuff.
Yeah, Swifty's.
I'm not able to be there right now. Apart from in voice, disembodied voice.
Here she is. She's covered in bits and toast. Get your bits out of the way.
Bits and toast and bits and toast and bits and toast and bits and toast.
Oops. Turned on your camera when I...
Thank you, Coffee Corner. Just a couple of random art projects. I hope they were going well.
Just shake her? Oh, if I shook her to get the bits off her. Oh. How would I detect that? I guess if I was like going from one and then to the other, I could detect whether the dot product of the movement on the stick was like in a threshold, and if it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 or something. I could probably figure something
I feel
like
like
that
you
out.
could do that, yeah.
What do you think of that as a feature?
Like it.
If you got bits on you and then I shook you and they would come off.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that too. It would feel more visual. It'd be like, shake me, and you'd be like, tick, 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 tick. Things would. If we do it for bits, then other stuff can spawn out of us if we just don't have bits stuck to us as well. That could be a fun. Oh no, I'd be like spawning death cam or like bounty wrappers or something. Would it work if you shook yourself too? No, I think I would do it like if holding a buddy and you shake. Yeah, no, I think that's a good one. Whoa!
What is it?
It's Onsta! Onsta says, "Hello from Japan."
Whoa, Onsta, you're in Japan!
Japan, what time is it for you, Onsta?
Whoa.
Onsta, what time is it for you?
Congratulations on getting to Japan! Yeah!
Are you at reasonable hour? What? It's
More
5
reasonable.
p.m.
5 p.m.
Oh, we're in.
Holy sheep! That's perfect.
You don't have to stay up late to see us anymore.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool! I'm so happy that you arrived safely. How is it? How's the weather?
Have you met Kiryu yet?
Have you had a Starbucks yet, Oster? Kiryu carried my luggage. He meet you off the plane. That's so cool.
Doig Swift streams are evening streams. Oh my gosh. No, it's really funny.
That's really funny.
We're talking about doing evening streams now, where we play games.
Yeah,
Those will be really early for us.
But it also doesn't have to be. Like, we can do it also
We could do it anytime.
in the morning, depending on what Doig has on.
On weekends, we can do it in the mornings.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really funny. That was really funny, like the timing of it.
Yeah. You're in Starbucks right now!
Oh my gosh, redeem all your coupons.
Yes!
Get all them free coffees. Get them all.
What
all
are you
at
having?
once.
What's your poison?
I made a joke on Onsta's stream that I don't know if it totally was, like, I don't think it totally landed.
What? One of your jokes? No.
I know, right? One of my jokes didn't quite land, you guys.
I don't believe it.
Can you believe it?
Go on.
Onsta was saying that they had a lot of over the time of like the staying inside time. And they hadn't been in Japan. They were continually getting sent coupons for coffees. Onsta says, "Dog, it was great." Onsta did get it. Onsta did get it. Why'd you not laugh harder?
Doig, don't get up in Onsta's grill for not laughing hard enough at your joke.
I'm just kidding.
Onsta says, "Listen, listen, bear."
I'm just messing with you. Anyway, she's got lots of coupons and she's talking about she's going to redeem them and she's going to get lots of coffees. And I was like, this is Onsta's redemption story.
It's very good.
No push-ups. No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, come on. Come on. Onsta didn't turn into a biblical angel in response to your jokes. It couldn't have been that bad. Onsta, do you have a habit of turning into biblical angels? With all the eyes?
All the eyes and the wings. And the spinny things.
Anyway, we're gonna fire objects at Swift, make her fall over now.
No, don't do that.
Why not?
That's so mean. You're so mean. Nast India. Onsta becomes an angel. The clip.
There's a clip.
Clip.
Oh, I got stuff for clips. Honk.
You saw the movie Licorice Pizza yesterday. What's that about? I don't know if I've...
Hope this.
Oh.
Oh, it really doesn't like it, does it?
No.
It really doesn't like it. I heard Onsta for a beat.
Yeah, I heard that.
Alright, well, I guess that won't show clip set then. Alright, fine. Fine. Hopefully that doesn't bite us in the butt.
What, the fact that you can't...
Yeah. I got that plugin especially so that we could play Twitch clips, and it's just it doesn't parse them well enough. Anyway, bonk. 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 Public game object. Bonk object. I'm really enjoying calling everything bonk. In UK colloquialism, that means to have happy cave times. That's a reference to a in-joke in a D&D campaign. Both the wheels broke off of your suitcases. No! Were you just having to like drag them? Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay. Object. Like. Bonk spawn.
They're both land-faring suitcases now. Those suitcases higher on.
Okay. Then we need a bunch of logic for spawning an instance of something and firing it. Which I've written a number of times in places. Here we go, do bomb. Alright. Copy this. Boop 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 boop. Definition bonk. Okay, here we go. Internal voice. Okay, so the transform is going to be the bonk spawner. Ammo is going to be bonk object. Don't need bomb facing. Bomb face? No, we don't need bomb facing. We don't need to know this. Don't
Oh,
need to
that's
know
such a
that.
nice idea. Hey Doig, listen to this. Alex says, Monster, you need to visit the Final Fantasy 14 cafe. They have a big special dessert. But if it's too much for you, you can ask the kitchen to divide it up, and the staff will ask everyone else in the cafe if they can help party up to bring the boss down and share the dessert. So you order it, it's a huge dessert, and if you can't eat it, then basically they just ask everyone else in the cafe if they want a bit. They help you eat it.
That's cool.
But everyone else in the cafe gets the opportunity to like have a bit of the dessert.
We don't have enough desserts on this stream. Talk about them so often, and we got donuts.
Oh, you mean in the stream? I was like, I don't think people would like it if I was eating desserts while I was trying to talk. That makes more sense.
Okay.
Okay, guys, who do you think would win in a fight? S Club 7 or Steps?
Alright.
I'm waiting for Doig to realise what I said. Spice Girls weren't an option. They're the final boss.
What? Why are you talking about S Club 7?
I was asking who people thought would win in a fight, S Club 7 or Steps. Okay, Spice Girls or Bewitched? Artiad says me, I'd win. Still Spice Girls. Spice Girls reigning champions. Pilkey says there are 7 people in S Club, but steps go up to 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you vote Salt and Pepper? Yes. Salt and Pepper versus Spice Girls. For all the beans.
Okay, so we have created we've created some variables. We've got the bonk object, a bonk spawner, and the target. So we have 3 things that we need to know: what to throw, where to throw it from, and what to throw it at. And now we have to go on to, I think I've written this into client, so cool.
Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper wins. Salt and Pepper dethroning the Spice Girls.
I'll probably just put this into its own script very shortly. But for now, it is. Okay, so I think it might be really cool if we attach the ragdoll spawner to our camera, because then wherever the camera is, it's gonna throw it from the camera. We'll attach the bonk.
Attach the bonk.
0, 0, 0. Okay, so the camera is currently here. Cool. Then we go on to our client, which is here. And then I think it's probably around about the end.
Okay, let's do soundtracks.
Bonk, bonk. Here we go. Bonk object, bonk spawner.
Inception or Sunshine?
Spawner. Bonk object is going to be a... That's it. Ball.
Oh, Chromel though. Get it?
Can I get the Chromel?
Mhm.
Yes. India woke up. Her plan had worked to perfection. Ansta was in Japan, and India had managed to hide inside one of her suitcases and smuggle herself along for the ride.
Oh no, don't tell her.
She attempted to open the suitcase, but it wouldn't open. Ansta? She struggled, but felt the weight of several other suitcases when she pushed against the edge. India was at the bottom of the lost and found at the airport. I'm sure Ansta will find her eventually and not get distracted by Kiryu and Sonic.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be trapped here
Ansta,
forever.
Ansta, save India. Doesn't know how to breathe.
I don't know how to breathe. Help me. Oh no, I'm lost and confused.
He's running out of air. The Sonic running out of air Sonic is playing. I never really ever wanted to read the words Sonic is jiggling, but I have now and I'm okay.
Are you gonna give him jiggle physics? Mastery.
Okay, so the bonk object.
Ignored me.
Well, who gonna give who jiggle physics? Sonic's not even on the stream.
It's on the bookshelf.
I gave him his own space.
Are you gonna give him his own jiggle physics?
You know what?
What?
I can turn him into water.
Okay, that's pretty good. Be as water, Sonic.
Where is it? I think like it.
I have some tea.
Drink it.
I'm gonna drink it. It's so lukewarm now.
Sonic is water now. Sonic is water now.
It's Chaos, the god of destruction. Chaos, the god.
Sonic is water now.
I can't even microwave the tea anymore, Doodle. I don't have a microwave anymore. If I want to heat it up now, I have to pour it into a pan on the hob.
Sonic is trapped in a bookcase of water.
Oh no! Sonic, it's your worst nightmare!
All
Sonic
right.
has nightmares about being trapped in a bookcase of water.
We got... I'm thinking.
Brightons, you should obtain coffee. It's good.
Target, India head.
I need that thing that keeps my tea warm. I do. I really do.
Swift. Fine. All right. Save. India has left. And then we go to this and trade. Bonk. Okay, cool. Oh. This is troublesome. They're opposite. Alright, one sec. Here, then we play. And we hit the button. And now we're on the same screen. Why am I falling over? Why was... That was weird. Why did I fall over? Okay, well, it was fine. Alright. So now we have pretty much a mirror of what's happening, except for some subtle differences. One of them being this button. Oh no. Did it work? Where's the camera? Where are you, camera? There we are. Alright, you're here. Wow, this is acceptable. Get him! Bigger bamboo. Oh. Oh, it broke. Oh, it broke. That's definitely something I need to fix. I think I know what's wrong with that. I think I remembering how to fix that. So we'll do that next. Welcome in, everybody. We're making Swifty into a ragdoll. So here she is. Here she is.
Bam.
There you are. Okay, so okay. Look at what Fnac made. See. Oh wow! Oh, that's so cool. I don't know if I'll show it on this screen. Yeah, look.
Oh! Whoa! Oh my gosh! That's so cool! It's Midge!
Midge.
You draw so well! I love this! Oh my gosh, thank you so much! You guys are so sweet! Like, what the heck? What the hecky? I really appreciate it. Thank you. You guys are giving me the strength.
And we got ready by Marketoro. Hello, everyone.
Oh! Hello! How's it going? Your arm hurts. Oh no. What happened? What happened? Too much sport. Sorry, Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. Is that really what happened? Gaming too hard. That's a pro gamer right there. Pro gamer move. Injure yourself while playing a game. You played Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games for 6 hours. No! Ma! Oh my gosh. Consume Sonic responsibly.
Okay, it's way too fast. It's way too fast. Oh, let's bring this down to 5. Okay, hello everyone. We're trying to work out how to get ragdoll working on Swift and how to get hit. Over.
God. So you gotta check out the thumbnail. Gotta. You're just ignoring me, Doig.
No, I'm throwing things at you. Okay, that's working.
You hear what I said?
I gotta check out the. What is this?
It's boneless chicken.
It's the boneless chicken bundle.
It's amazing.
I'm dead. Oh my gosh.
It's amazing.
Thank you, Martina.
Thank you so much, Martina.
Did you draw on India's expression? No.
No, I think that's just
what you do.
Just what I do, man.
Oh my gosh. It's ridiculous. No one's gonna understand what that is about.
Well, they have to watch the VOD. That's the whole point.
The VOD.
Yeah, the thumbnails are teasers for the content.
Okay, ball. Ball.
The ball is rolling up.
Ball. Why does the ball have no... The ball. 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 Ball.
Ball.
Ball pit ball? That doesn't look shiny enough. Doesn't look shiny enough. Alright. So we go to client
So, Onster, do you have things set up yet in your apartment, or are you like literally just in? Like, isn't everything set up for you? Are you gonna make your workspace all nice? Super cool.
Oh, alright.
Think you're moving into your place this weekend? Oh, rad! I didn't realize. Are you staying? You must be staying in a hostel or something at the Mo with your wheeler suitcases. That's so exciting. I hope it's nice on Stir. Your new home!
Oh, no, 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 don't crash. Okay, we're good.
That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Okay.
It rules I've already bought 5 Kirby things. Onster, wait until you get to your house. You're gonna have to carry those 5 Kirby things around with you. Onster cannot be stopped. Listen, it's not my fault. Mm-hmm. Sure. Gonna be a pack rat. There's gonna be so much Kirby stuff. The weekend you move in, you say, that gives you at least one more day to assemble more Kirby merch.
Okay, so got this script called Animata Ragdoll, and you can have this cool function called on trigger enter. I think I'm going with trigger because I don't want her collider to be collidering. I want it to be like a volume in which it can detect whether something's passing into it. So then we say ragdoller like. Equals. I'm gonna look for. I think I can say other dot game object dot get component. Does the component that's just entered my that's just entered my trigger have this ragdoller attached? If the ragdoller is present, then turn on ragdoll. Ta-da.
Oh, Onster, that is cute. Oh, those are cute. Those are super cute. Japan gets how to do merch and stuff. It just does.
And I think maybe if I have a new sub-game object with the trigger on it on Swift, this should work.
Hans merch game is strong.
Trying to think of how to determine how that script knows. I don't think I have any other triggers. Okay, let's just see if it works.
Like,
as it.
America and the UK are like, you want Sonic on a kid's t-shirt, right? Meanwhile, Japan's out here being like, you want Sonic stationery, right? I'm like, yes. Yes, I do. That's what I want.
So you know what? I remember being in one of those you know, the really tall blue stores in Tokyo, India.
Mm-hmm.
What were they called?
What now?
You know the really, like, they had books.
Oh,
and
Mandarake.
It wasn't Mandarake. It was the other one that you searched tons of those. The blue. They're blue.
Was it just called Anime?
It might have just been called Anime.
Yeah. The like multi-floored. The multi-floored one where it had some stationery. It had a bunch of like merch for different shows. It had some frames and stuff. You could buy Gengar.
I remember being in one of those stores, and it was when I think My Hero Academia was like the new hot thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were playing a scene from that, of an episode I'd already seen, but I was watching it on like an HD TV and everything, and I suddenly realized that like this is the first time I'm watching like everything outside of like DVD releases. Like, this is the first time I'm watching this anime with no internet compression applied to it. It was so crisp.
Yeah, so nice.
It was so weirdly like HD. I wasn't ready. Don't know if this is gonna work. Don't know if this is gonna work. Button.
Last one, but please observe this ditto. Okay, 1 sec.
Oh no, I did it wrong.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. One of the things I kind of regret not getting when we were in Japan is we went to the Pokemon store and they had Ditto plushes, but they're made of that super soft, squashy foam material.
You should have got a Ditto.
And they were huge. And I was like, this would be amazing to like cuddle up on the sofa with when watching something. Kind of regret not getting it.
Would we have had room in the suitcase for a big Ditto though?
Yeah, I think it would have been squashy enough, but it would have been a squeeze. What with Jipu?
Yeah, you brought back Jipu, and even he got a little bit like squished.
Yeah, he did. You had to squash him so hard to get him into the suitcase.
So Jipu is India's name for Rilakuma plush that she won out of a claw machine.
Yeah, I didn't know Rilakuma was a thing back then, so I didn't realize that they already had a name.
So because Rilakuma has a zip on the back of their kind of fairness, and I think Jipu is zip in Japanese, or at least with Google Translate it was. So Jipu is the perfect huggable size for India. Like,
really, seriously, like the perfect.
I've come in to the bedroom and India's like dozing or napping or whatever, and she's just hugging Jipu, and it's the most adorable sight I've ever seen.
He's just perfect. He's like perfect hugging size for me.
Yeah. I think you got him because of his huge head. With the claw machine, you're like, that's gonna get stuck.
I was looking at the claw machine to which one I could win.
Yeah.
And that one, I was like, I can see that if I get the arms like, so they close around the leg and the gap between the head and the arm. That's gonna work.
Yeah.
So that's the one I went for.
India went into one of those Sega claw machine arcade things with like one coin. One coin. Look at, she just looked, she played one time. We were there for like an hour. She played one time. She got Jippu. She was like, okay, I'm done.
I did it.
Where are you? Ball, bonk ball, bonk ball, bonk ball, done. Save, play. Onsa says she will export squishy dittos out of Japan for you.
Aw. Thanks. I probably can order it online, can't I? I do this weird thing sometimes where I forget that I can just order things online completely, and I just feel like I've missed out on getting stuff because I haven't got it in the moment. And then I remember that online shopping exists, and I can just do that.
She's dead. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I could just make you fall over at any time now. Ugh.
Good, I guess.
Yeah. Why aren't we seeing the bonk ball fire? Why aren't we seeing it?
Can you ragdoll long leggy Swifty? That's a request that you've got currently. You do it.
Don't. I would have to code it in that the trigger grows when you grow. Why? Where are you? Where is...
You'll be right in the eye of the storm. You got the touch. You got the power. Yeah. Please make it so that on top of ragdolling, Indy just gets thrown into the background, says Radical Redhead.
Why are these so tiny? Okay.
What are tiny?
The bonk balls are tiny. Don't know why though.
Oh, Onster, did you see Sonic 2 yet?
Okay, we also have to add time, destroy time. 3. All right.
Yeah. Oh, I remember you said you shaped your flight around Sonic 2. It's amazing that you did that. You were like, I can't leave before I see Sonic 2. I'm going to have to wait a really long time. I still haven't seen it, so no spoilers. How was it? Did you enjoy it?
There's
It
been
ruled.
a murder.
You're gonna love it, Indra. I yelled many times. Also, I wept like Jesus. Knuckles is so much. Oh, I'm so excited. That's radical. Yeah, we will yell together once I've seen it. I'll let you know when I've seen it.
Okay.
We can just scream for a little bit.
I will say, Barry did a fantastic job with the comedy of all of this.
Barry's incredible, dude. Barry's like a comedic genius.
He's so fucking funny.
Like, he's got great comedic timing.
Trying to work out why you're not still getting hit.
Barry. Yeah, I thought Barbara says I thought I was gonna die laughing for real. I also haven't laughed that hard or long in a really long time. Like, I haven't laughed that hard in a sustained way for a really long time.
The comic timing on those bonks and like his pauses were so good.
It was his pauses that did it, and his commitment to pausing every single time.
Yeah, I was always surprised at how long he committed to being knocked out while someone was at the door. Yes.
I loved that too, though, because it's just like one of my favorite parts was when Bath came to the door and he got knocked out, and then he cut to a reverse shot of nothing because he was knocked out and on the floor. But he cut to the reverse shot as though he was speaking back, just of like an empty screen. It was so good. Ah. So funny. The Shrek was still going when just Barry passed out against the wall. Oh, that was so good.
Maybe I need to make your actual head collider a... Yeah.
Is Shrek gone? Yes, bigger Shrek appears, says Weep. Oh. Yeah, sorry, non-existent pumpkin. We're talking about Barry's his why do I want to say first aid? Barry's 1st of April stream. It's on his channel if you want to check it out, and it's really funny. He basically built an overlay kind of like what Doig and I have here, but you know, it's Barry built it, so he's put his own spin on everything, and it's really, really funny. The entire stream is hilarious. Everyone's favorite thing, I think, is the fact that you can throw red rubber balls at him. And Barry does this great thing where every time he gets hit by one, he commits to just appearing knocked out by it, so he'll just stop mid-sentence and lie on the ground for a good 5 seconds, completely silently. I hope that Barry had a good time as well. I feel like he did.
Yeah, I think he had a lot of fun. I think he thought it was only going to go for like...
half an hour or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone who hasn't seen it, if you like the humor in this stream, then you're probably going to like Barry's humor a lot. So I would recommend going and watching it. It's really silly, really fun. Play. They are really funny together, Bath and Barry. Good comedic duo. Oh. You're heading to bed. Thanks so much for raiding, Katie Coop Scoops.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for the raid. Thanks for being here, and have a good night's sleep. Oh, I'm sleepy. Yep.
Not sure if we need this. Go in here.
Oh, Ayanoki, you're also sleeping. Night night. And thank you so much for that beautiful comic.
Yeah.
Have an amazing night's sleep, and we'll see you on the other side of the deadline. You don't have to wait.
All right. This might break entirely, but right. So first, let's test the ragdoll. I mean, you seem okay. Seem okay. And then... still not going towards where I would think go toward. Brian, sing along.
Are you going till 10:30?
I'm not going for too much longer. I just wanted to get like a satisfying end to the ragdoll. Maybe if we have a transform based on the position of the head. Target. But it was maybe more like central, like here. And
India, now with your burp self, would you ever want to play Kenku or Aarakocra in D&D? Oh, weeb. Oh, weeb. Oh, you don't know. Yeah, I definitely. In fact, my current D&D character is a Kenku. And I love her.
great.
Her name is Quilt. She's wonderful. She's a little stabby murder bird who likes to steal things. Predictably. Most Kenkus are. she's great. She grew up picking pockets and running around with a little group of thieves, and lived on top of a theatre house in the rafters, and she would watch a bunch of the performances every night, and that was like her comfort thing, these stories of heroes, up on the top of the roof, looking down through the kind of circular window at the top with all her bird friends around her. So everything that she knew initially to say was all from plays. But as she's travelled around, she's picked up phrases from the people she travels with. So now she has an expanded list of things she can say, which I have in a document, which is very difficult sometimes during sessions to like try and quickly respond to someone when you have to scroll down a document to find out what words you know.
I still remember first play session. India met this like was it a turtle monk or something? Or
yeah,
at least,
I don't think it was a turtle, but he was just like a little priest dude.
Yeah, who I think either gave you a book on etiquette or let you read some of it. But this little monk guy was just like, "Be well," and Quilt's just like, "Oh, be well," back at him like. And there's a point later in the session where India's fighting this goblin, and she's got a little wooden sword, little like play acting sword, and she ends up killing the goblin. and the DM's just like, "Oh, how do you want to murder them?" And India's just like I cut open their front basically, and bits fall out. But she's like, and as I do, I say, "Be well."
She's really fun to play. It's good because I've got to the point now where she knows enough words, like, and enough connectives. She's heard enough people talk to her about stuff that she can pretty much form a bunch of sentences now. It's just like a few words she still doesn't know, so it's much easier to talk at her because I can say most anything now. But there are certainly a few phrases that we've kind of got used to her saying in the party, which is really fun.
My catchphrase is useful.
Yeah, so now that's also my catchphrase.
So here we find the common swift. I don't know why it's not firing at you. I wonder if I just...
Has she been taught how to say fuck? Yes. One of our companions is Noma, who is a gnome. And she's got a mouth on her. So I've learned how to say fuck. I've learned how to swear in Undercommon, which is great. I know how to say boobies, I believe, because of Noma.
Oh, the mass on the bonk ball is so tiny. All right.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love D&D. I love our little party. That's one of the things that I'm gonna enjoy getting back into, I think. Useful. The hardest thing is keeping track of character voices, so that's kind of what I've given up on. Initially, I wanted to try and imitate everything that I heard, like a Kenku would. But as we met NPCs and travelled around, it quickly became apparent to me that there was no way I was going to be able to remember everybody's voice who I'd taken one or two phrases from. So now I just have like a default squawky Kenku voice I use for everything, unless it's like something Noma or Bumbles says, in which case then I can do one of their voices. But in general, I'm just like, I have a Kenku voice that I use. Yeah, it's like I looked down my character sheet and I'm like, tavern keeper from this town. And I'm like, I don't remember what they sounded like. There's no way. Oh, a gnome artificer. That is what Noma is. Noma is a gnome artificer. She's very cool. She makes guns. We have a little in-world bit of headcanon as well, that because I'm an arcane trickster, we're saying that because I don't really know how to cast magic, because no one ever really taught me how to cast magic, and I can't really mutter the magic words because I haven't heard them before. So how would a Kenku cast magic? We're saying that Noma's building all the stuff that ends up being magical for me. So like, I have a cloaking spider that she built, like a little mechanical spider that does disguise self on me. And it can also shoot out like sleep gas from its butt, so that's sleep. So that's kind of fun because when I want to change spells, I gotta go talk to Noma and be like, can you build me something to do this kind of thing instead? Basically, you're Birdman. Wait, Birdman is in Harvey Birdman? Attorney at law?
Attorney at...
Harvey Birdman, attorney at law!
Oh, come on. Ain't you hitting? You hit like when it was massive.
Oh, as in Batman, but feathered, with your tool belt. I see. Yeah, I got the gadgets.
Oh, I got her. I'm not sure why this isn't hitting you. Oh wait, I got you again.
Oh, Pilky, that's a cool idea for a character. I like that.
Alright. Are these the raid options, Martina? Okay, so we got David Horlall, who's making Legos, or there's Clyde, who's probably working on his animated film. Oh wow, 50-50. Crazy. Some of you might recall that when we raided David Horror last time, I jumped on and was just in a Zoom call with him for a little bit. That was really fun. I will not be able to do that again today. I had a day off that day, so I was like, oh, yeah, I could jump in. I don't know what they're making in Lego. It's possible the sphere is moving so fast the collision never intersects. It's on one side of the frame and the other side. I don't know. You reckon? Reckon it's...
Yeah, the Kurzek raid, though. Said we were going to raid Kurzek.
Well, it's Kurzek streaming.
Kurzek, you better start streaming. You want that raid. Gotta go. Gotta get some breakfast and do boards. You're streaming a bit later. Oh, okay. Damn it, that means we're not going to be able to raid you then. Sorry about that, Kurzek.
Don't waste the viewer.
No. Hey, it wouldn't be wasted on you. What you talking about? Everyone would have had a great time watching you play Elden Ring.
I've slowed the ball down. We're on the screen. We throw a ball. Well. All right.
Did it work?
Just a little bit.
Wow, our balls are so floaty. It's like being hit by a beach ball.
Bunk.
Pa!
Okay, that was the issue. Too fast for the naked eye.
India is bonk.
Bonk, bonk. Bonk. We did it.
Eat it, area. Hey, Doig, gotta go. Stop bonking me!
Sound clip.
Doig, no! No, you did it deliberately. Was this all just a ruse to get me to say that?
It's been the long game, baby. Cool.
Great job. Good bonks all around.
Okay, there's one more thing I have to test. There's one more thing I have to test.
What is it?
Whether it can hit you from any camera. Every time India falls over, it's like she ate too many.
Chili dog.
Got some sort of force field on this.
Alex Perf says, I was half joking about stealing Barry's ball thing, but I have zero regrets over this. This ball spam gives me life. I think with the size of it, you need to make it into a beach ball.
Yeah.
And you need the sound to be like that really hollow, like air-filled bonk that you get when you like hit a half-deflated beach ball.
Shit. Grabbing you while you're ragdoll. I think you're right. I think we need that.
We should have a Doig Swift beach party where we're at the beach and people can throw beach balls at us.
I think it needs more. It needs more.
I love it being so light. It feels so ineffectual.
Like Skyrim.
Okay, Doig. Doig?
Oh, I forget what you guys can see. I'm just looking at my own camera.
Don't make me pull the deadline card with you.
All right.
It's my last day.
We're
Please,
heading
sir.
off. There we go. Thank you for joining us today, everyone. Really appreciate it. It's been really fun. We will be back next week, I guess, and India will be
Doing stuff.
Doing not this, not
Doing
NDA
something
stuff.
on stream. Imagine.
Yeah. Big thank you to all our raids today. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate bringing folks over. And until we see you again, may the rest.
Until we see you again. Of your day.
Be filled with. Ow. Oh, jeez. Adventure. Take care, everyone, and goodbye.
Bye.